Hey, my lip dance. This is gonna be a very shady video. This is gonna be a very shady video. Variety, y'all are shady for this caption. Y'all knew exactly what y'all were doing with this caption on Twitter, okay? And y'all know, the thing is that this is great marketing because it's like it's about to drive all the fans, all of the the warring fans on all sides to come in here and start dragging. I didn't even start reading the comments yet. I wanted to do this video first before I start cackling at the comment section because this is a cackle. When I saw this caption, I was like, my goodness, right? You didn't have to say that. You didn't, they threw a little bit of shade at Tom Holland. Listen, before I continue with this video, I just want to say one thing. If y'all have been my day ones on my YouTube channel, y'all will know that Timothee Chalamet is not an appealing figure to me. Okay, I've said personally, for me, he's not my cup of tea visually. Okay, like he's just, this is me. Okay, I understand. Yes, the girls really are in love with him. I'm sorry, Timothee Chalamet is just too, he looks too boyish for my taste. Like he's too, he's just, he's not attractive to me. That's all I'm going to say. He's not attractive to me. However, I can definitely see the rise that Timothée Chalamet is having personally, okay? And I need to give him his roses. I need to give him his flowers. He has been doing his thing. Personally, I did not watch the Wonka movie, nor did I watch Dune, part 1 nor part 2. I don't know. Maybe I will get into it years later. That's how I am. Sometimes with franchises, I do tend to get into it years afterwards. But I did hear that Dune was really good. I'm just not into the whole Willy Wonka thing. Like, honestly, I'm over the whole Charlie and the Charlie Factory saga thing. It's like we had the Johnny Depp, it's like okay, like I'm over that. I'm over that. I'm over the remakes. But they threw a whole tree at Tom Holland in this article, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it because I do think overall it is an interesting article. But they definitely picked this caption for headlines to draw views. Because they know, and I'm going to talk about it towards the end of this video, but they know Variety knew what they were doing with this caption. Okay, so let's get into this article. And I do definitely do think that Timothée Chalamet is having a moment. He's most definitely having a moment right now in Hollywood. Like I would say that he is the top celebrity star, even though he doesn't look like a star. But like, if he's a top guy right now in Hollywood right now. So it says here, Hollywood's new A-list Timothée Chalamet gets salary boost after box office hits. In a run-up to the release of the last December's Wonka, Timothée Chalamet made a surprise visit to New York's blah blah blah. Okay, I'm gonna skim through this. Okay, the 28-year-old actor handed out gift bags filled with ex-bosses, Nikes, naturally chocolate bars, blah blah blah. Yeah, he took every kid's hand who came. He took a photograph of everybody who asked him, which is pretty much everyone recalls Wonka's producer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's skip. It says here, apparently, Wonka had a 225 million, over the past year, his marketing efforts translated into hits like Wonka 225 million and Dune Part 2, which was 369 million and counting. Those ticket sales have studios hoping they're experiencing the emergence of a bondified leading man, which would be a Bond, given that the industry hasn't fostered any kind of next gen male movie star. That is true. Who could follow in the footsteps of Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Cruise. That is definitely true. But Timothée Chalamet and Glen Powell too is another one too that I feel like we need to be watching. Because I do feel like he's low-key. He's kind of on a low-key rise, I feel. Glen Powell, like, I feel like now his name is starting to trend more and more on Twitter. Anyone But You have emerged as two actors who could fill that chism. Though Tom Holland's asking price has been leaped considerably after the undeniable smash of 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home, the 27-year-old has yet to consistently prove himself as a draw outside of playing Peter Parker. Okay, we're gonna get to Tom Holland in a second, and I wish I had Tom Holland's picture, but we'll discuss. What else is out there? Says the blah blah blah. Chalamet already gets to cash in on the box office riches he spun from visiting blah blah blah. The actor earned more than $8 million for Wonka. According to sources, he's now getting a salary bump and looking at paydays in the double digits for leading roles in studio films. Warner Brothers and Legendary don't have a contract yet for Dune Part 3, which is most likely to happen in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely think there's going to be a Dune Part. So yeah, this is Glen Powell right here towards the right. I don't know. He's getting on it's very slow, but it's getting up there. Like, I feel like he's someone to watch out too. Like, I think that he's getting, his name has been buzzing around a lot more. And I did, talk about the whole controversy thing with him and Sydney Sweeney on my channel, like a while, like last year, which they did clear up, but whatever, it is what it is. We can count on one or two hands in men in any age range. The people who are illegitimate movie stars, says Dune producer Timothee, is absolutely that. Charlemagne, Heyman says, mentored as a newcomer by DiCaprio and Joaquin Phoenix. Okay, so he was actually mentored by them. Maybe that's why, I don't know. Maybe that's why he's getting all this stuff. First made a splash, critically acclaimed, Call Me By Your Name, Lady Bird, Wonka, Dune Part 2, of course. Wonka's based on blah, blah. Okay. Zendaya. All right, so Charlamagne was surrounded by famous faces. Zendaya, Austin Butler, Florence Pugh. Still, the recent misfires from DC Marvel demonstrate that even a well-known IP isn't everything these days. Wonka and Dune needed some kind of ingredient to get audiences to buy into the ticket. Okay. It says here, it's impressive that Powell, 35, pulled off his box office feat without any pre-branded intellectual property. Sony's Anyone But You, which opened a week after Wonka, earned $212 million worldwide off of a $25 million budget. That's amazing. It is the highest grossing R-rated romantic comedy in 8 years. Wow. Since Powell has yet to headline a major franchise, his quote is less than Charlemagne's, with knowledgeable sources putting it of worth $5 million, but it is poised to skyrocket if he negotiates for further feature films, including Anyone But You sequel. Even though I don't think there should be a sequel, it could just be another film with him and Sydney Sweeney in the film. Top Gun 3, blah, blah, blah. It says here, Glenn is a classic example of talent meeting opportunity. Chairman, CEO. This is the theatrical hits. To do that, streaming movies just don't give actors a chance to make real cultural impact. Glenn is truly charismatic. Screen presence has a truly charismatic screen presence. Charlemagne, who boasts 19 million followers. Okay. So let me just say this. I do think, first of all, Timothée Chalamet is already there. Like, he's just there. And clearly he's the heir apparent because Leonardo DiCaprio and Joaquin Phoenix mentored him. Glen Powell, he's on his way there. His name has been buzzing a lot more lately. He's been going viral a lot more lately. I think he's going to, eventually he's going to become the internet's boyfriend, I feel. But, and I wish I had Tom Holland's picture here. But I do want to discuss Tom Holland for a second. Even though I don't have his picture here, I'm going to discuss him. Personally, for me, I actually think Tom Holland is a little bit more appealing to me than Timothée Chalamet, if we're going to be honest. I like Tom Holland way more than I like Timothée Chalamet. But I think that, Timothée Chalamet is, even though he's not on social media like that, like, I feel like Timothée Chalamet knows how to balance it out, whereas Tom Holland is not really balancing things out as much. As far as, when it comes to engagement and engaging with the fans and engaging with his audiences. I feel like Timothée Chalamet just knows how to do it a little bit better. And maybe it's because, he had the mentorship, he got the PR tactics from the A-listers, and maybe Tom Holland is not as, outgoing in that way, you know what I mean? But I do see where people are questioning it. Yeah, and let me just say this. Of course, I understand Tom Holland. I know y'all about to bring up Uncharted. Yes, I understand Uncharted did really well 2 years ago. But, we also got to look at even back then, I remember seeing some criticisms that, Tom Holland be playing the same 17-year-old kid from Spider-Man in the Uncharted movie. It's like, can Tom Holland really break out of that image of like, 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old Peter Parker? You know what I mean? And it's just like, and it's unfortunate because a lot of times with these superheroes, it's hard. It's hard when they play these superhero characters for so long. It's hard for people to see them outside of what they see, what they know them as, And I think that, in a way, Tobey Maguire had that issue, you know, where people couldn't see him outside of the Spider-Man character, as successful as it was, but it was difficult. And I think that Tom Holland, even though yes, I do think that he is still gonna get those deals. I do think that, listen, and the Zendaya Tom Holland relationship is a gold mine. Like the way, first of all, I do, yes, I love the fact that they're keeping things private, but it's like the fact that people want to know so much about the relationship and gain so much. It's like, even though it's like, I want them to be private, but at the same time, when I look at Timothée Chalamet, and I already said this on my channel, I do not understand the relationship between Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. I do think the thing is for PR, but I think that Timothée Chalamet is playing his cards right when it comes to that situation. It's like, okay, they're public, they're out here kissing and da, 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 but it's like he's also not bringing Miss Mamas onto the red carpet. Like, no man, like you. Okay, this is a classy party over here when we go to the red carpet. So I don't know. I just feel like Timothée Chalamet balances things out, and I think that maybe with Timothée Chalamet, he's more easily approachable than Tom Holland. Even though Tom Holland, he does also come off, he does come off as someone that you can approach and relatable and things like that. But I just think that Tom Holland has just kept away so much, and he's just been not really out there in that way. And maybe it's because I don't know, maybe. And I do think, and the reason why I do think that Variety went with this headline is because they can see it too, the way other people are seeing it. They see the fans sort of pitting Timothée Chalamet and Tom Holland against each other. They see how while Zendaya is both the leading ladies in both Spider-Man and Doom, and they're also going to compare the performances. They're like, listen, in Spider-Man, Zendaya is playing a quirky weirdo girl, not really serious, jokey, while in Dune she's more serious. We can take her more seriously as an actor, and plus she can be more viable for award shows, for awards and award nominations like the Oscars, because you already know the Oscars do not take superhero films seriously at all, so people are gonna look at Zendaya like, girl, you need to go more this route and leave that superhero route alone. So I think that that's sort of like the fan wars that's happening right now, and I think Variety sees that. Whoever wrote this article saw that, and they were like, well, Tom Holland, you asking for this amount, your last big hit film was 2 years ago, but yet you have Timothée Chalamet out here, Wonka, even though I didn't watch, Wonka and Dune, out here making coin. Now you have the next big thing coming out here, Glen Powell. Okay, you got the next big thing out here, Glen Powell, about to come and pop in, and maybe Tom Holland is not competitive in that way, but I do think that listen, these movie studios want their money, they want their coin, so it's like, if you're gonna continue being in these films, you're gonna continue to do your thing, the money needs to be made back. And it's like, I do think that in a way, there's a part of me that feels like Tom Holland is way too much reliable on Spider-Man and the big franchise, like the big films, and it's like the video game films and the superhero film. And it's like, when it comes time to do like the acting, like, can you play me a role, and you come off as still coming off as Peter Parker, it's gonna become a problem. It's gonna become a problem, and then they're gonna go looking for another person. They're gonna now we have Timothée Chalamet. Next is gonna be the next big thing, Glen Powell, or Powell, whatever you say his name. So, I mean, even though yes, this was shady, a shady caption. They were real nasty for this. And they knew exactly what they were doing for this. But, and I do think that Timothee and Tom Holland are friends, but I do think there's also maybe a competitive nature there as well. Because it's like, people are gonna take, especially with the Zendaya in the mix, because it's gonna look like, oh well, Zendaya's her more mature and better performance is in Dune than it was in Spider-Man. In Spider-Man, she's just, even though I love, listen, y'all already know I love Spider-Man. My heart is in my heart, in my soul, whatever it is. But the adults in the room are gonna say, you know what, Zendaya did her thing with Timothée Chalamet. They're better on screen couple. She needs to do more serious films. So honestly, if I was Tom Holland, I would me and Zendaya will be doing a rom com. Like let's get this. Like if we're gonna do, like, yes, I don't want to talk about my personal. That's what I would have done if I was him. If I was a fiance, I would have been like, rom com, Job We Met, okay, Tom Holland and Zendaya, rom com or something. Give me a love story. Give me something with the two of you. If you're not gonna express your love story in the public, which I shouldn't, but like give us, give me a little story here. We want some of that. We want some of that. But it is what it is. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like Glen Powell is the next big thing? Do you guys feel like Timothée Chalamet is the face of male? And they said it in the article. They were like, listen, we have the Leonardo DiCaprios, we have the Tom Cruises, but it's been a while since we had a male guy, like a real star out here, like that we can say this is who we see them, that's their name, we can see them in the street, we chase them and all that. It's like it's been a very long time since we had that. So in a way, it's like, even though I'm not a huge fan of Timothy, I am happy that people are sort of like gaining a male celebrity that people fawn over and that sort of thing, even though I don't see the hype. And Glen Powell is the next big thing. So but yeah, y'all guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys feel the same way? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree with me? I want to see the comments to this. So please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.